The real star of The Conjuring 2 finally gets his own movie, but didn't live up to expectations. Let's take a crack at it here on Movies in a Nutshell.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button and join the Melee Mob to see all our movie news, reviews, and so much more.
Hello everyone and welcome to Movies in a Nutshell, where we talk about movies in a quick way so you can get on with your day. I am your host, Detective Artemis, and before we go on, hit that thumbs up button, because I know it, that guy over there knows it, you know it, you really want to like this, please. Today our movie will be The Nun. In this video we will be talking about spoilers, so if you haven't seen The Nun yet, hit that watch later button on this video, go and watch the movie, and then come back in and join the discussion. Go! Or if you don't care about spoilers, sit back and let's talk. The fifth entry in the Conjurverse, which adds it with Annabelle and Annabelle Creations, and The Conjuring 1 and 2. Taking place in 1952, this also makes it the first movie chronologically, which means this is where it all went wrong. We finally get to know Valek and where he came from and how he started to fuck up everyone's lives. Who's Valek, you ask? He was the creepiest thing about The Conjuring 2. So when I found out he was getting his own movie, I was pretty excited. I really like the atmosphere and the lack of soundtrack because sometimes silence is creepier. Fun fact, this movie was actually shot in Romania. Yeah, all of it. Where a haunted abbey actually exists. So yeah, fuck that. I'm never gonna go to Romania, ever. Because there's Transylvania, and I've never been a fan of Count Chocula. And as you can expect, there were a ton of jump scares, but it didn't really bother me so much this time, because they were actually effective and added to the scenes of the movie. Unlike other horror movies where they just do jump scares just for the hell of it, and most of the time, it's not even anything actually scary. Just someone popping in the room. Hey, I didn't know you were in here. There was also that YouTube ad that had to be removed because people were complaining about being too scary. Now, I can believe that because today's society is pretty sensitive nowadays. But then again, it could also be very good marketing because if you make a commercial saying that, oh, this is too scary, then people are like, oh my god, maybe the movie's really scary, so I'm gonna go flock to it. You cheeky bastards, I'm on to you. My favorite scene is where Frenchie saw Sister Victoria running around in the graveyard, and then she attacks him like in zombie-like fashion. So that was pretty cool, and I thought it was beautifully shot. Well done, movie. See, you can do good if you try. I really liked the first half of this movie, but unfortunately, it kind of stops there. I was really disappointed with Valek's origin story. See, I thought it was going to be like some rogue nun who did some fucked up shit or had a fucked up past and got shunned by her fellow nuns, so she summoned Valek for an act of revenge. But no, it was just some duke who summoned him for whatever reason. It even makes less sense because Valek tries to disguise himself as a nun, but yet the nuns already know that that's not an actual nun, part of their little group. So what's the point? It's a terrible disguise. Then the Templars, aka Jesus Knights, stopped him and sealed the gateway with the sacred relic that holds the blood of Christ. Yeah, you heard right, the blood of Christ. We'll get back to that. Then the seal opens up during World War II because of some bombs and shit. And then boom, we have our movie. That sounds pretty silly, even for this movie. It also takes away any potential for a more captivating backstory for Valek. Also, it was the Duke that first summoned Valek. Then it was the war that really got him out. So is the movie saying that us, as people, as humans, are the cause of hell on earth? Because if so, I agree, and hell Satan. Also, the blood of Christ? Really? To me, that seems like it's some pretty lazy writing. I haven't seen that since fucking Demon Knight, and that was like 20 years ago, and it still did it better than this. Come on, movie. I thought you was better than that. What was the point of Father Burke continuously seeing Daniel? I guess Valek was trying to break him because that was like his worst case, but we didn't really need to see him anymore after that first flashback. Damn, Daniel. So the movie ends with Sister Irene spitting Jesus blood in Valek's face, and Father Burke goes blind in one eye after a snake came out of Daniel and bit him. Any of that sound silly to you? Then it shows the lecture scene from The Conjuring 1, and the guy who was having the exorcism turned out to be Frenchie, even though they kind of recast that guy, so he's got a case of Anakin Skywalker now. But it was him. I guess that was the way of connecting the movies. But what happened to the nuns who we see in Annabelle Creations? I thought I was going to see him in this movie, but nope, not a mention, nothing. Fuck it, they're dead. Let's move on. Okay, so is Sister Irene and Lorraine Warren the same person or not? They look the same, they both got the visions, but they seem to be different people with different stories. So if they're not related, why would you cast her younger sister? Doesn't make sense to me, and it just makes the movie a little more confusing. Or maybe they are related and we just had to wait, but why not establish it right away? Now it's time to rate the movie, so let's take a look at the rating system, starting with the best from the left. We have awesome must watch, damn fine movie, good dumb fun, watch on your board, and avoid at all costs. To me, this movie had a lot of potential to be really good. It had a great atmosphere and tone, the scares are good, and it had powerful and disturbing imagery. But Valek's origin was poorly written, and they actually made him look like an idiot at the end. He also didn't need to talk. I enjoyed this movie, but it could have been way better. So I hereby declare The Nun, good dumb fun. So what do you guys rate the movie? Vote in the poll above my head. Where's the poll, you ask? Tap the screen, hit the I button, and cast your vote. Simple. Also, what's your favorite movie in the Conjurverse? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to this amazing channel. I am Detective Artemis, and Mary points the way.